Hey everybody, it is May 6th, and it is my 35th walk. I was going to say anniversary, but it's not an anniversary. 35th walk day. As you can hear, I'm so suffering from this sinus strange stuff. Yeah. But anyways, I was watching Fuller House all morning. I already watched the full first season a while back, and I just got done with the 7th episode on season 2, so I get 6 more episodes to go. Today's just gonna be my relaxing, kicking back, watching nothing but TV day, pretty much, because I really don't watch much TV anymore. Sorry. Because I had no cable. Sorry. But yeah, I had no cable. The only way I can watch TV is if it's on YouTube or on Netflix. So I rarely watch anything on Netflix. A lot of times I find something that I've seen 10 million times already, or it's something I'm not even remotely interested in. So yeah, I try to check every once in a while, find if there's anything I would care to watch. And there is the Fuller House, not the Full House, Fuller House that I'm watching all day. So again, there 2.5, 3 hours left of it, because each show is about 20 minutes long. But and then with YouTube, I usually just have something on in the background just to have noise, music, or I usually sometimes even watch somebody play a game called Phantasmagoria, which is an old computer game. It is considered a horror game, and it's one of my favorites of the time. It is, like I said, it is old, but considering it came from the 90s, it's great technology of the time. They did everything in front of a green screen, and at the time it was great. It was fabulous. I mean, they actually used live action people performing in front of a green screen. I think they perform in front of a blue screen nowadays, but it's, either way, they perform in front of a green screen, and you just tell her where to go, kind of thing, and yada yada yada. Trying to figure out a few puzzles. Where do you find the key to get the door unlocked, kind of thing. But back then they did it on discs, because it was like mid 90s, between 94 and 96 era. Back then it had a 7-disc long game, and you would save every once in a while, just make sure that you saved your progress, and it would tell you to take out disc 1 and put disc 2 in now, kind of situation. I don't believe they do games on discs anymore, but like that, computer games. But that's how they did back in the 90s. The olden days, as some people would say. But, I mean, it was a really great game. I still, if I could, I would definitely play it again. I believe there is a game out there that you can buy for your computer that would work on Windows 10. Which is I have Windows 10 on my computer. And I think it's like $10, $10 or $20. I think it's 10. But you know, it's just I haven't decided if I wanted to do it or not. So we'll see one of these days, maybe. But you know, I've been doing that a lot lately, just watching that. So, you know, sorry, my mind's wandering. I just found out that on May 13th, which is a week from today, which is the following Saturday, the mailmen are asking to have people leave bags of non-perishable food by the mailboxes to help the hungry. I believe they do it every single year, and it doesn't cost too much out of your own pocket. I mean, you can go to Dollar Tree and, you know, get cans of beans and fruits and just things like that. And you put them all into a bag, and then you just leave it at the by your mailbox. And it does go for a great cause. So I'm going to be doing that. So I'm going to be walking to a Dollar Tree, because there's one not that far up from me. So I might know this is really stuffy right now. It's driving me nuts. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that myself, just to help somebody else out. You know, I mean, I don't have much money myself, but I figured it's not going to hurt. It's not going to take, you know, it's only a few dollars out of my pocket to help somebody else out, you know, who can use the money themselves, you know, use the food. And $5 is really not that much. And I mean, an extra couple cans of vegetables would help somebody else out, and it doesn't really hurt my budget at all, just for a few dollars. So, and I would like to be able to help, say I help somebody else out, you know, so it's just a nice gesture, and say that I actually did something good. I mean, I know I do it, you know, at work. I know I make things people happy, but at the same time, I would like to actually do something a little out of the zone, you know, just make a difference in a different way, you know, and help somebody who needs the food, and everything. So, you know, we all could use a little help. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are struggling to make ends meet, and, you know, it may not seem much to you and me, but it will mean the world to them, because this is something small. You just never know what's going to happen. In a way, I kind of wish that those who actually have money and they don't know what it's like to struggle, I wish the tables can turn for a week and see how they would, you know, that way they can be in somebody else's shoes, and wonder where their next paycheck is going to come from, where they're, you know, how they're going to survive, where the next meal is going to come from, and things like that. And I think this world would be so much better if those who don't know what it's like and don't care actually know the feeling of being on the street and just throw them out there without saying how long they're going to be out there, and see how well they can survive on the on that type of situation. But yeah, it's in a way I can't watch it. That way people can know what it's like, just as for one day, 1 week, 1 month, whatever, and just not know how things are going to turn out. And a lot of people don't realize what they have until after it's gone. Just sorry. Yeah, no one knows how precious something is until they lose that precious something. It's kind of sad to say that, it's just people should know people should appreciate stuff a little bit more. And I'm not talking about your electronics, your things that don't really matter. I'm talking about things like your home, what it'd be like without water, electricity, family, stuff like that. The things that cost that actually mean a little bit more than your 3DS or your TV set, things like that. I remember growing up, we had a TV set, and I knew that, my family's gone through some tough times ourselves, but my parents always tried to do their best to hide that side of it, to where, to not let the kids see, how tight money really was. I was old enough to understood, and we were lucky enough one year that, this is way back in the early 90s when my parents were struggling. They couldn't pay rent, but we had an extremely small house. It was a 2-bedroom house, and I think it had 1 bath, maybe 2 bathrooms. I can't remember if there was a bathroom in the master bedroom or not, but it was a really small house, and we lived on our landlord's property because they were renting out that house, and they couldn't pay rent, and Christmas was right around the corner, and there was 2 months where they couldn't pay rent, but yet somehow were able to give us Christmas presents that year. And we played with our landlord's kids, and just had fun and everything. And the landlord, I found out many years later that the landlord let the parents not pay rent for the 2 months, knowing that with the holidays coming up, my parents didn't have the money to pay the rent and give us stuff. But she was really nice and let my parents not pay the rent for a couple months, so that way we were able to have a great Christmas that year. And I was old enough to understand, kind of get the hint what was going on, and everything. But it's just, and knowing that somebody was able to help us out when they didn't have to, and things like that. And it's just, you never know what's going to happen. There's been times where I needed the help, and luckily I have a great family there behind me and helped me out when I needed it. And so I try to help out others when I can. and things like that. I would like to do more, but you know, at the same time, it's hard. So there's that. I just wish that, you know, there were more people out there that were willing to give that little extra something when they don't actually have to. No one's asking them to. And it's really, really hard for somebody to ask for help, especially when it comes to money. Sorry, there's a fire engine going by. But anyways, yeah, I just wish that, you know, $1, $2 out of your pocket is not going to hurt you to help when it's going to help somebody else. Even if you go to McDonald's and buy a $1 hamburger and give it to somebody on the street, you know, it doesn't hurt. I mean, you don't have to give them money. You can give them a meal instead. So there is a guy that owns a pizzeria place up in Philadelphia someplace, where a slice of pizza would cost $1. And what you can do is buy a sticky note, and you can write something like "Have a nice day," whatever you want on that little sticky note. And a homeless person can go in, take that sticky note off the wall, and hand it to the cashier. That sticky note, that slice of pizza, that means that sticky note costs somebody like you and me $1. And so when this homeless person takes that sticky note off the wall and hands it to the cashier, that means that person gets a meal for a $1 slice of pizza. And so their meal for that one day, that one meal is taken care of. And I wish that more restaurants would do that. I mean, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, they all make a lot of money. I mean, they also have a $1 menu, so why not? Why not spend the extra $1 that you have in your pocket or in your bank that you were going to buy yourself a home soda? Why not use it first to give it to somebody else who will be able to eat one meal? Because a hamburger is only $1, so why not? But, you know, maybe somebody can change the rules on that and be able to help somebody else and start those rules at the bigger chains, and everything like that. So yeah, next, if you had this thing going on with your mailbox next Saturday and the 13th, why not do it? Just spend an extra $5 on some cans of food, whether it's a can of beans or a can of fruit. Buy it, put it out by the mailbox, and give it to somebody else who actually needs it. Because I won't be doing that. So I think everybody else should do that if their post office helps. You know, if your post office, if your mailman does it, then why not you have cans of food in your own pantry, so why not take out a couple of those cans and or go to the store and buy a couple cans and put it in a bag and put it by the mailbox for others. But anyways, I want to go ahead and say goodbye now, because I know I'm like pretty much 20 minutes into this video. But yeah, go ahead and hit the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great day. Now we'll see you in the next, and help us feed America. Yeah. Okay, bye.